Hi, welcome to Sci-Fi Vision for August 12th. I am hoping, okay, good. Scarlet saw me. I originally was going to have to postpone this to one, and then I said I could do it. I got done in time, and then I didn't know she wasn't online, but Scarlet, it looks like, saw me. So hopefully she'll be along in a minute, and we can get started. And I will talk to you guys for a couple minutes till she gets here. But welcome. Thank you if you have joined us tonight. Please make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, you leave some comments outside of this chat. It helps the algorithm. And if you haven't, make sure you join our Discord for updates on all of our schedule and watch parties and all that good stuff. I believe I was going to talk to Scarlet about it, but I think we are going to do Sandman tomorrow. I'm going to bite the bullet and do 3 things in one day and go crazy. Hey, welcome. Good. You got it. I was so afraid you weren't going to show up and it was my own fault. So,
I got a picture on top of my picture.
Yeah, I know. I fixed it. Sorry. That was because of when Karen and you were here. So, yeah. Sorry about that.
I probably would have completely missed it, Jamie.
Yeah, you almost did, and it's my fault. I figured that if I could do it, I'd do it. And I'm like, okay, I can do it. And then I'm like, wait, maybe she doesn't know that. Oh, shit. So yeah, so thank you. I'm glad you came back. I watched it while I ate dinner, and I rushed to get it done. This is why I don't like doing 2 things in one day. They're nuts. But I was gonna say tomorrow, since I have the interview anyway, I'm gonna have to do some work tomorrow. So I thought I might as well go ahead and watch Sandman. If you want to do it tomorrow, at 1, we can do that. I'm probably gonna regret it. Doing 3 in one day.
I mean, I offered Wednesday.
Oh, you can do Wednesday? I'd rather do Wednesday.
Yeah.
But you could. That's what they say. Okay.
Yeah, because Julie's not doing it live on Wednesday, so.
Okay. Well, then in that case, everybody will do Wednesday at 11 for Sandman. Okay, that's better.
I thought you'd give you a little bit of a break.
Yes, that would be helpful because I didn't know if I was going to be able to do all 3. I'm like, that's going to drive me insane. But everybody, I will announce again tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern. We have Julian Richings, who plays Stackhouse on the Institute, who'll be joining us live. And then Fandom Access at 10, and then we'll come back Wednesday for Sandman and finish out that this season, or this is the last one. So we'll be good. And then of course Thursday we're doing the episode for Scarlett's birthday in addition to Wednesday. So
yay.
All right. Well. So
that's why I was over at Jeremy Eisenfire saying that me and Doug Hughes are we're twinsies, birthday twinsies.
Yeah, that's cool. That's always cool when you find somebody who has the same birthday.
I never have before, so it's nice it's some actor that I communicate with.
Yeah, that makes it even better, right?
Yeah.
Somebody you know, yes, than just somebody you've seen up there.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're gonna do some Monster Mad Libs and Adam's trivia, and yeah, we'll do some fun stuff. So make sure you guys come, and we'll do Wednesday coverage obviously as well. But that's
I mean, people in the chat can bring their own questions too. I'm not limited to just us doing trivia.
Yeah. Feel free to do that. And then if we can figure out a time to fit it on the schedule, I guess we're maybe going to do something for Alien Earth. All these things will be, info about will be in Discord, but need to schedule all that and figure out when I actually have hours to do it. I'll figure something else.
Yeah, apparently Jen's mom shares the same birthday too. That's cool.
Oh, well, that's cool. Well, your birthday isn't the 16th though, right? When is your 16th? Birthday? Oh, it is the 16th. I was thinking the 16th was Thursday. I'm like, it's not the day you're doing the thing. No, the 16th.
Well, we don't do anything. We don't do stuff on Saturday.
Right. So 14th. Okay. Yeah. 14th is the day we're doing the celebration. Got it. I gotta finish all your steampunk animations I'm trying to make. I'm still trying. It isn't going as easy as I thought it would, but I'm getting there. But yeah, so that'll be fun, and we'll do something different. So everybody make sure that you join us. But so, what did you think of this Nautilus? I like this one, but hey, Fletcher, welcome. But they were creepy bugs. That big thing looked like one of those, I don't know the name of it, but like the microscopic organism that looks like a bear going around the internet for a while. That's what it looked like to me. Do you know what I'm talking about when I say that? I forget what they're called, but
yeah,
that's what
they made like a stuffed animal version of it.
Yeah, well, that's what it reminded me of. Very, very gross and creepy, and
Yeah, my
Yeah.
boyfriend would know what they're called, but because he brings it up every once in a while.
Yeah, we'll probably all of a sudden think about it, but yeah, they've been around
Yeah.
floating around the internet, pictures of them. So there's something kind of like that, but it's microscopic. But then again, if you're in the bottom of the ocean, there could be some big, big, big things. So yeah, I don't know, creepy. But I think it was a good episode. I liked it, and I liked that finally they're having to get to know each other, and that he kind of had to tell him what was going on. I was surprised that they like had a mutiny, but also kind of liked it. Yeah, because he was like put in his
Hmm.
place. Although poor Giacomo, like he left him tied up and never went back to get him.
I
And I'm like,
know.
oh,
Then he
damn
like
him.
jumped into the. Thank God he jumped into the tub to protect
Yeah, I know.
himself.
And the sad thing was too is that he was trying to help him, dude.
Yeah,
Like learn.
there was
I
definitely a
mean, no, he's
language
been not
problem,
stupid.
like
Yeah,
lost in
but it's like
translation.
yeah, if he spoke English or they spoke French, like they wouldn't be having these problems because he's like, I'm coming to let you out, and he's like punching him, and I'm like, dude, not cool. Poor Giacomo, he had a bad day. So, but yeah. All right, well, let's get to it here. So I think this is yeah, that is the first picture. Okay, so we start out with oh shit, now I'm gonna forget everybody's name and I'm just gonna blank with Billy and help me out here. You're probably fast, might be faster thinking of people's names. Billy and what's the other guy's name? I've already forgotten. I suck. Billy and Youngblood. Youngblood. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
Youngblood.
I can't even see this picture. I gotta put my
It's
brightness
really
up. This
dark.
picture is
Yeah,
really dark. It's
they're all
darkness.
really dark when it's outside. But yeah, Billy and Youngblood, and they're kind of talking about how um they know where Nemo's going to go, and that
Yeah.
what's his face that I'm not remembering his name, and his people are going to go after him. And one of them, I don't remember which one, but one of them makes a comment and says something like, why are his people following him, but yet then they went and risked their lives by sending a telegram about where he's going. So we know for sure,
Hmm.
I mean, I think we already kind of knew, but now we know absolutely for sure that Cuff did like purposely let them know what's going on. So they've been betrayed. I mean, I assume, unless they're like going to do a bait and switch and it's actually somebody else, but we're assuming it was Cuff that had sent it. Um, so yeah, he's been betraying him, been sneaking through his stuff, which is why I found it really interesting in this episode that he's the person that believes Nemo right away and is like, yeah, let's follow Nemo. I thought
Hmm.
that was funny. Yeah, I don't know. It makes me wonder if either he's maybe going to have a change of heart, or if we're going to find out that we were completely wrong and somehow it made it look like he did. And I don't know. I mean, this show's written pretty well, but it could be that he just did it. But either way, uh, they're still going after Nemo whether they want to or not. They seem kind of less enthused, I feel like, at this point about chasing Nemo, because it's not really their fight, it's the other guy's fight, and I don't remember the other guy's name. Sorry, I don't have all this in my notes. I looked up a recap and they don't have all the names, so I'm trying to go by my shitty memory to remember the people's names. But the one that's been after him the whole time, and by the time I'm looking, seeing if I can see it, uh, that does not like Nemo, that is after wanting to shut it down, who's been, on the dreadnought, the one that left the dreadnought. Um, yeah, I don't know. If you think of his name, let me know. So I'm not going in circles trying to remember his name. Crawley. That's his name, Crawley.
Oh, Crowley.
Yeah, yeah. Because Crawley's, because I was just meaning like Crawley is the one that is that cares. I don't think that they really care to keep going after him. I mean, Billy seemed to have
Yeah. Hmm.
given him, and
Yeah.
Youngblood's just kind of along for the ride. So they do also make a point of talking about what Pitt did. That he, if they said, I forget what they said, but something about like if it was a different time, he would have been arrested because he put a gun on him. But it sounds like maybe they forgave him for what he did during the last episode. So yeah. But either way, they're still hunting for Nemo. It's just not the main part of the episode, so we don't see a whole lot of it. So then we switch to Nemo, who is brooding and looking at the pictures of his father. and figuring out the plans of how to get where he's going in order to get the treasure that he's still looking for, because he wants to get the treasure and then take revenge on all the people that wronged him. That's basically his plan. And they're having to go underneath the ice in order to get there. And it's going to take 5 days. And he thinks they'll have enough air. He just kind of guessed, lied to everybody, told them they were safe. And Humility's like, whoops. Humility's like, no, we only have 3 days of air. We can't do this. And, you know, they get really mad when they, as they should, when they find out that he lied to them. And they're all like, we can, you know, we can change it, we can control it. Yeah. And part of the reason why they're freaking out so much is this thing they
it's this.
The shipwreck with this body floating. And I have to say, I don't know why they say, oh, that could be there for 100 years. Because I'm thinking, if it was there for 100 years, that thing would be bones. It would not have skin on it.
Yeah, that would be a skeleton.
Yeah, so I don't think it's been 100 years. But they do see this shipwreck, and it basically freaks them the hell out, because they're like, we don't want to end up like that.
At first, when I first saw it, I thought it was the French guy that made the ship. And I thought, oh no, he like tried, you know, he got carried off by those bugs or whatever and tried to swim for it and got stuck on the ship.
Yeah, let's hope not. No, I don't know who it was. I think it was just the idea that it kind of set off the idea that they're all stir crazy. They're all scared. They don't trust Nemo. Like Giacomo's the only one that trusts Nemo, clearly. And yeah, poor guy. That's him there in the picture with the beard and everything. He's really had a rough day. But yeah, they're all kind of like, we should be the one controlling what we do. And then they're like, well, we can't do that unless there is a mutiny. And they get Cuffin on it too. And they all agree that, you know, they're going to take over. Here's where they're talking about it at their meal. They don't want to do it. They like, you know, they seem to like Nemo, but they're scared. And they don't want to run out of air. I don't blame them. And like I said, when they find out later here that he actually lied to them and that they don't have enough air and he just made an estimation, they're not happy. And I don't blame them. And Humility comes out, and she, in front of everybody's like, no, your calculations are wrong, which he gets pissed about that. Because she probably should have came to him private instead of just shouting it out. But he wouldn't listen. So here's where Boniface at this point, this is before the mutiny. He knows that there's a possibility of it happening. And he's like, you need to go talk to these people, explain to them why you want to go here, why you made this choice. But he doesn't know yet that he lied. He thinks that, you know, he just has made this choice to go there. But when he finds out he lied, he's pissed too. So that's why he kind of allows it to happen. And yeah, they end up, I don't know if I have a picture of it, but they fight over a gun, which ends up going off and shooting. Oh, I had a picture of him here, one of these pictures. That guy, is it that guy or the other guy? I think it's the other guy. Where's the picture? That guy. Isn't that the one that ends up shooting, I think? Him?
Yeah.
Okay. He gets grazed. He's fine, but he gets grazed.
He's
they
fine.
Fight. He's fine. He just got a graze. Well, he already tells him he's fine. Yeah, he just got grazed, and because as they're struggling for the weapon, and they confine Nemo to his quarters. And I think I am really far behind in the pictures here, because this is where they start having issues.
Nice picture of the gauge.
Yeah, it is. Whoa, what did I do? I clicked off. Yes, it is a cool picture of the gauge. I agree, and that's showing. So yeah, they confine him to his cabin. Humility tries to talk to him, and I'm sorry, my notes are really bad, but she tries to talk to him and tells him he needs to tell everybody the truth, but he won't listen. And she's kind of like, well, I don't know what else to do. And there's also a scene where Blaster gets upset because he doesn't even know his real name.
Yeah, that's pretty crappy. Nemo's really like stuck on himself and his mission, his revenge.
Yeah, and he's definitely stuck on his wanting revenge. And also the other woman, I forget what her name is. It starts with an S. Shuilin, something like that. Anyway, he doesn't know her either, because she asks about like how many kids she has, and she has like 5, and he says 3. So
Yeah.
He
Hasn't been
hasn't been
listening.
paying attention to them. Yeah. So they're like, well, then fine. You can stay in here and we're going to turn around and we're going to go back. Whether you like it or not, this is what we're doing. And we'll go to the trading post and then we can separate and, you know, go our different ways. But then this compass starts going crazy because they are getting near magnetic north, which can screw with compasses in really bad ways. And they're being pulled because of I guess I'm assuming it's because magnetic north changes the tides, right? So I'm assuming like it changes the water currents too.
Sure.
Sure. Oh, thanks. So yeah. Either way, they're getting pulled under the water, and they're pulled to the bottom of the water, and they cannot get up out of the water.
I was going to say, I'm not an oceanographer. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I don't know. I know it does
I'm assuming from essence of the story, yes.
Yeah. But anyway, it's pulled them to the bottom of the ocean, to the ocean floor. They can't get the sub up. Nemo does offer to help, but they're like, no, you're, being confined. They don't know what to do. They're trying to take care of it on their own. But they end up on the ocean floor. And you can see there, they're like dragging along and they end up on the edge of a cliff. And they're like, oh shit, what do we do? So, yeah, they're trying to, okay, now I'm too far. Okay, so they're trying to figure out what to do in order to save everybody because they just don't know, what to do. And then I had somewhere the hole in the ship. Oh, it's because I have the picture of it underwater. So they see a hole in the one room and there's like water pouring in. And obviously that can't happen with a sub and it'll eventually, mess up the integrity of the hole and it could kill them all. So they have to figure out how to fix the hole. And they have Blaster gets, I think it's Blaster, gets the not soldering gun, but essentially is going to fix the metal so it's sealed, is that they're trying to. But the water keeps getting worse and they really need him. He has the smart idea, Nemo. He's like, it's outside, it's not inside. They're just trying to patch what's on the inside. It's something going on outside. And that's part of the problem. And nobody will listen to him. So, again, they had reasons.
It's a bad time to have a mutiny.
Yeah, it is a bad time to have a mutiny. But that's where Giacomo comes in and is going to let him out. And he's like, I'm trying to free you. And Nemo's like beating him up.
Well, there's a language barrier.
There's a language barrier. And yeah, they need to learn to talk to each other. You would think he's been on the ship this long that they know some things. But
they have some language in common, so they know.
Yeah, but he thinks, I guess, that he's still against him. So he ends up fighting him. And he ties him up. He doesn't hurt him in the end. I mean, he punches him, but then he ties him up and he leaves him there. And he knows that he needs to say, at least, even though he's pissed off, he is like, okay, I got to save them. They're not going to listen to me. So he sneaks out with his suit to get outside of the sub. And I am sorry that I'm going so fast. I don't know. I don't have good notes. I was wondering, like, I thought that my notes were long enough and I'm realizing they're not long at all. They're like really short. No, well, I didn't realize they were that short until I started doing it. And I'm like thinking, dude, we're going to be over with this so short if I don't find something to add to it.
That's okay. I was going to rewatch it at midnight because I thought we were starting at 8 a.m.
It's my fault. It's all my fault. I know. I thought that you got my message saying I'd be done in time and I should have checked that you did instead of just assuming. And I'm sorry. That's my fault. But yeah, I watched it while I was eating dinner. So I got, far enough ahead. But anyway, so yeah, he sneaks out the sub.
It was he got out of there pretty easy.
He did.
Like he got out of his bonds. He got out of his bonds really quick. Like those ropes, like they were nothing. Yeah,
he's an escape artist, right?
Is he?
No, I don't know. I'm just saying. Get out. But yeah, he sees that rip on the outside of the ship and that they're over the edge. And he goes to touch the hole and these little, I thought at first they were piranhas. I wasn't sure what they were. These little fish. You can see.
I saw them in the piranha. Oh, there's fish first.
They're not fish. I'm calling. What do you want to call them? Bugs? They're bugs, I guess.
They're metal-eating bugs. That's what they call
Metal
them.
eating sea bugs. Yeah, they do, but it looks like kind of like a fish there. Yeah, metal
No, I
eating
just
sea
totally, when I saw the preview, I totally forgot about these because I thought, oh, this is going to be an episode just about mutiny. And I totally
No,
forgot about the second half, even though that's
no.
what they really were, pushing in the little feature at the end. They did some like special effects stuff, and I totally forgot about them. So they were a surprise to me, even though I knew about them.
Well, they're surprised me because I haven't watched any previews, so I had no idea what was coming. But yeah, these little metal eating bugs, I guess they're real bugs though. They're not man-made. They seem to be real bugs. But yeah,
Yeah.
like I said, I thought at first it was piranhas, but it's these little bugs and they start attaching themselves to him at first and he's trying to get them off of them.
Well, to his metal diving.
Yeah, I know. If it keeps going, it's going to eat through his suit. He's going to have a big problem.
Are there real metal-eating bugs in the world?
I don't know. That's a good question.
I don't think they are, but it's terrifying to think if they are.
Metal-eating bugs. Let's find out.
Yeah, let's find out. Science.
While the idea of bugs eating metal is often seen in science fiction, there are actually microbes and bacteria that can consume and process metal. So there's microorganisms, and it says it's not really eating in the traditional sense, but like oxidizing metals, yes. So that's not really eating.
And we're real small time stuff. They're not like dissolving.
That's not really,
I mean, it'd be more frightening if it was micro, because then you would even see it coming.
Yeah. What is the microorganism that looks like a bear? I'm going to look it up. I'm curious now because it's going to bug me. Okay, it's called a tardigrade, is what I was thinking of.
My boyfriend brings them up every once in a while. That's why I thought it was funny.
They are weird freaking looking things. If you do not know what it is,
about it.
Tardigrade. Yeah, probably most, like I said, they've been kind of around the internet, so I think people have probably at this point seen them, but if you haven't, Google it. But yeah.
Well, you can buy stuffed animal versions if you want.
You can.
The cuddle with one at nighttime.
Yeah, I'm so weird, right? Yeah, they're microscopic though, but I mean, they do look cuddly. It's kind of gross, but kind of weird and interesting.
Cuddly.
Anyway, yeah. So they're looking at the leak, and he does get back in because he's being attacked by these bugs, and he starts like squishing it. He does squish the bug and kill it, but he knows that they're there and they're going to start coming in. It wasn't just like one, so he's trying to warn them. And when he gets there, they like already know it, and he's like, "There's metal eating bugs," and they're like, and he's like, "How did you know?" There was a little one there. So yeah, they are making their way in, and they are not slow. They start coming in all over the place. And nobody wants at first to listen to him though, and they really should have. But they have to work together to get out of there. And they talk about, what can they do? And they decide to have Blaster. He's going to make some kind of steam gun thing to, they say they don't want to cook them. They want to kill them, but they can use it. They hope to kill it and to stop it.
They could cook it.
Yeah, they could cook it, but they need to go in there to get it. Because their idea is if we kill the queen, because they see the queen, which is like, the size of a dog or something. Like, if we kill the queen, they'll go away. I don't know why killing the queen would make them all just vanish. But
it's like they're vampires. Like you kill the vampire on all the vampires.
Yeah. So they're trying to get it, and they're going to burn it with that thing and hope that if they kill it, the other ones will follow. And meanwhile, everybody's trying to get rid of them because I know they have. They show the. I don't know if I have a picture of it or not. But Kai and
Lottie,
they show them stomping them. I think this isn't that room. They're just standing there killing them all, trying to keep getting them. But yeah, they have to lure it out so they can kill it.
Yeah, but they're having a romantic moment, though. You're totally missing that part.
They're having their romantic moment. I haven't gotten to that part yet.
Oh, okay.
But they're coming in the pipes too, so they have to seal the
Well, I
pipes.
didn't know how fast you were going.
No, I don't. I'm not quite to that yet. They have to seal the pipes so they can stop it, because if they get too far in the pipes and they start breaking the pipes, I mean, then they're fucked. I mean, they're kind of already screwed, but can't do that. So Blaster is going to make this steam thing in order for them to fight it. And they put it on this guy who doesn't want to wear it because he can't, the person who's shooting it can't carry it. So Nemo's going to shoot it, and they talk him into wearing it. And I don't quite. Go ahead. No, go ahead.
No, what were you going to say?
I was going to say, I don't know why that made him willing to do it, but they said something like, "You're the lady killer, right?" Oh, because
yeah, he's a lady killer.
Yeah, and then you find out later
he speaks poetry to it later. It's very romantic.
Yeah, he's like, they're like, "You're the lady killer, so you can go kill the queen."
He has to seduce the queen.
Yes, they have to get the queen, and so he's going to wear this big thing on his back while Nemo goes in and pumps it full of steam, and they're going to burn it, and hopefully it'll make all the other little bugs disappear. This is the plan, but they have to go in there and seal themselves off. Meanwhile, like I said, Lottie and Kai are trying to get rid of what they can. And she tells him, she says something like, "Okay, we'll do it. We'll try being together." And she's like, "I thought you'd be more excited." And then Kai finally kisses her to shut her up, which I thought was cute.
You think he'd be somewhat distracted with all the bugs?
Yeah, he was kind of distracted.
Make out with me with all the metal-eating bugs around us.
Yeah, I know, right? I was thinking they'd be climbing all over him. But he pulls one from her hair and then he kisses her. Now, her conversation, her conversation that she has with Humility, that's later, I think, when she talks about killing her person she cared about. Or not killing the person she cared about, going to prison for the person she cared about. That's a little.
She got framed by somebody she loved.
Yeah. But yeah, that's a bit. I don't have the order of these things, but we'll just say it's a little bit later, and we'll talk.
He still has that cool hairstyle too. I wonder how long that's gonna last.
Yeah, I don't know. You would think by now it'd be kind of messed up.
Yeah.
So yeah, this guy, and I am sorry, I do not. Turan, is his name Turan?
Turan, yeah.
Okay, Tron. Okay, so Tron.
T-A-R-A-N.
Yeah, is the one that is going to carry this thing in while Nemo.
He's going to seduce, the art of seduction.
Yes, he does plan to do that. So there they are. They get shut in. He's like, "Oh," he's clearly not having it. Yeah, I know.
Full bugs. Oh no.
Yeah, Nemo's the one that gets attacked by all of them, though. He's the one that gets covered in them. And they're trying to help him. Boniface is trying to help him. And he's like, "No, just kill the queen. We got to kill the queen. Don't worry about me." So he kind of sacrifices himself a little bit there.
I felt like they were kind of like moving him, the bugs.
Yeah, pushing him back maybe.
Yeah, that was weird.
I don't know. Yeah, they were, either way, they were crawling all over him. And yeah, he was down for the count and couldn't do anything. So this is where, like you said, Turan, he starts reciting poetry, very odd poetry, to these bugs. And I don't know if it was really supposed to do anything or it was just kind of why
he was charming the queen. I do believe he was charming the queen.
Maybe, I guess maybe it worked. But either way, the queen comes up. And I have to say, this thing reminds me of the creatures on Stranger Things.
Oh, yeah, Demogorgon.
Yeah, because it's got like that mouth that's open with those claws. But yet it's also got this weird like skull face on it that's got like legs coming out of its eyeballs. It looks like it is. That is a hideous alien. I know it's not an alien, but it looks like.
Well, it's the ocean floor. Ocean floor. There's a lot of ocean floor creatures that look like aliens.
Yeah, but who the hell designed this thing? Like seriously, I've never seen anything like it. But like it looks like a Demogorgon. But look, even in the middle, like there's like a mouth, and then there's like I don't know if you can see where my mouse is pointing, but there's like eyes, and there's like legs coming up through the eyeballs.
Oh yeah,
creepy as shit.
So but they probably were inspired by creatures that actually live in the ocean, though.
Yeah, maybe. So
it's a lot of bugs.
Yeah, so they did steam her some, but they couldn't get her all the way. So then once this happens, they knock her into the torpedo the place a torpedo gets sent out.
I'd like to say that Tehran seduced the queen into the torpedo, and they shut her in.
Tehran seduced the queen into the
But
torpedo.
she was happy and satisfied with the poetry, so it was fine.
Yeah. See, I made a loud noise. Like, I kind of felt bad at the end. I'm like, this thing is like...
Yeah, it kind of wiggled around. Yeah, I probably didn't want to die, obviously.
Probably not. But no, they get it.
I was thinking there should be something where it's from the bugs' view, and all the bugs do is want to live. I mean, I thought about this on Aliens too. Like the xenomorph just wants to live, and all these humans are coming in and just trying to kill it. And all it wants to do is live and just breed its young.
I think that's kind of like all creatures that get killed. But that sounds like, that reminds me of that new movie that's coming out. I keep seeing advertised, that movie Good Boy. I don't know if that was good or not.
I haven't heard of that.
Yeah, it sounds interesting. It's some kind of, I think, supernatural thriller, but it's from the dog's point of view, and it can like sense the supernatural or something, and it's trying to save its owners. At least that's what I got out of reading about it. I didn't look.
And the humans are probably stupid.
Yeah, probably.
The dog's just trying.
It might be good. It's an interesting idea. It's something different. But yeah, they're going to shoot it at the torpedo, and one of them's like, wait, let's let all the other bugs go out first. So thankfully they let them follow, and that's where they kind of come off of Nemo there. And they go into the torpedo launcher thing, and they all get shot out, and they're all gone. That to me seemed a little too easy.
Since there's so many of them?
Huh?
Because there's so many of them?
Yeah, and I don't want to say too easy, but it's like it was too soon. Like, it was all of a sudden they were all gone. Like, it just seemed way too, Like,
that's what happens when you have a creature attack and a mutiny in the same episode.
I guess so. Yeah, they don't have enough time for both, right?
Yeah. Well, they do apparently.
Yeah. Apparently, yeah. So all the bugs come off of him and go through the torpedo and leave with the queen. And there's a torpedo coming out. I'm thinking it's going to hit that iceberg. That is not going to be good for them. And I guess that probably makes them even looser on the cliff. It didn't help, that's for sure. And now, okay, there he is when everything's gone. And they're trying to figure out what to do. They're like, the ship is tilting over the edge of the cliff there. Here's a better picture. It's hanging off the edge, and they're like, we gotta go back to the other end of the thing, to the ship, to tilt it the other way so it doesn't fall off the cliff, right? That's the plan. But Nemo, who is smart, had seen this is the same thing, had seen a pink, kind of like a pink light, I guess. And that isn't what I had. Saw a pink light, and he thinks it's algae. And he has this idea that if they purposely tilt off the cliff, and that's probably why this is called tipping point, because they got to tip off the cliff. If they purposely, I didn't think about it tomorrow. If they purposely fall off the cliff, that whatever you want to call it, stream of algae will take them right away with the current and away from magnetic north. Speaking of magnetic north, I did skip one part. I thought I took plenty of pictures, so I'm not sure why I didn't have it, but I did skip one part. The way that they got the queen, also that they grabbed it, is they broke apart the compass to use the magnet in order to grab the bug, because it ate so much metal they could use it to magnify it. But anyway, he's like, if we all go to the center instead of going to the edge, that we can go off the cliff, the algae will take us in the current, and we'll leave magnetic north, and then we can get away. And so that's his plan. And this is what I said earlier, I think was really interesting, is they're all like, we don't trust you. And I had a picture of it. Maybe I don't. But Cuff is like, I trust him. Let's go. And like, he immediately follows Nemo's lead. And I think that's very interesting, because Cuff is the one that's putting them in danger. And I kind of wonder, is he on board with him now? Like, is he maybe going to change his tune because he saved his life? I don't know. I guess we'll have to wait and see. But Cuff is the one.
Or he's just a coward and he doesn't want to die.
Well, that too. But I mean, the fact that he trusts that Nemo's right, because it's not so much about not wanting to die. Like, they think Nemo's wrong. They think it's going to kill him. And Nemo's like, no, you have to trust me. This is what's going to work. And Cuff's the smart one. And he's like, okay, we'll do what Nemo says. So he wants them to go to the center. Okay, thanks, Bill. Appreciate it. Thanks for stopping by. Yes, please, everybody, like the video, subscribe to the channel. That's the other thing, guys. You know, I know that at least according to the analytics, most of the people that watch the videos are not subscribed. Now, I know the ones of you that are, I think, regular viewers of ours, I think you probably are subscribed. But if you aren't subscribed, please do that. It helps, because the more subscribers you get, the better it looks for the channel, and the easier it is to get interviews when you're saying like, hey, look at my channel. So please always make sure you subscribe. It's very helpful and appreciated, as are the comments and everything else. I know, Scarlet, you're a star. You're always commenting on all the videos, and I really appreciate that.
I'm a star.
Yes, you're the star. No, I always see your comments. I see everybody's comments. I try to respond to a lot of them, but I see everybody when they leave comments, so it's appreciated. But I lost track of what I was saying. Okay, so she tells him basically that, like, if you want to get them to listen to you, you have to tell them why you're doing this. Why is this so important to you that you're going on this journey to get this gold or whatever that he's trying to get the treasure?
I'm gonna point out that I really like all their like homemade costumes. All their kind of robes and stuff they made out of out of blankets. And the one guy has a belt around the top part of it. Like, it's all like these, you know.
Gathered. Yeah. Yeah, no, it is cool. They found a way without having a lot there. And some of them are from prison, so they really they used what they had, right?
They probably made fingerless gloves out of regular gloves and just cut the fingers off so they can, you know,
probably
fiddle with the things on the ship.
Yeah, I guess, so they can use them. I like those steps too. Those are pretty cool looking.
Yeah, I like what this whole photo was really nice.
It is. Thank you. It's a good shot. So she tells him that he has to tell the truth, basically. And he finally does. And he explains to them who he is and that the company murdered his wife and kid. Well, no, first he says that they forced his father to betray them, to betray his people.
Which we don't know or not.
Which what?
Do we know that's true or not?
Well, Billy said it's true. I assume it's true. You're right. We don't know absolutely, but I think it makes sense. I
was very confused by that whole thing, that whole plot line about his.
Yeah, it's my understanding his father agreed to give up his land that he owned to the company, because this company's so everything, if they agreed not to hurt Nemo, because Nemo was in school at the time and they were gonna probably kill him. And that was why they blackmailed him. They're like, you do what we want, we won't kill Nemo, we won't hurt Nemo. So that was why he sold his land and why he sold them out. It was just to protect. That's what they're saying. You're right. It could be not true.
I figured there might be more to that than meets the eye.
There definitely could be.
I don't know. They probably won't have a second season, so I probably won't know.
I don't know. You know, I don't even understand. It sounded like they were promoting this a lot, and yet I can't get anybody to answer me about interviews. So I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it used to have a pretty high rating, and most of the articles I've read, people really liked it. So I was hoping. I mean, Disney might be a problem because they might not want to do it, but you know, a lot of steampunks are pretty excited about it.
It's cool, and the problem is, I think, is because it's on. I mean, it is on AMC as well. Right about that. But it was advertised as being AMC Plus, and it's on a time. I think it's on an odd time, isn't it? I forget when.
It's on Sundays at 9 p.m. I mean, that's a pretty good time.
Yeah, but it wasn't advertised, so I feel like not a lot of people knew it was on, and they missed it, and that's part of the problem if they don't advertise it enough. Because a lot of the stuff a lot of the stuff that's AMC Plus, a lot of people never see. But if this was AMC as well, that helps. But I don't know, how many people knew about it, but
I'm glad because I could record it on my DVR and watch it without, because I can fast forward over commercials.
Yeah, that's always helpful.
Sometimes when you stream, you just get, or repeat the same commercial like 3 times, and you're like, okay, let's go.
Yeah, after a while, it gets annoying, right? And plus now it's on demand. You can't even fast forward through stuff half the time. They block it. I hate that.
Yeah.
Um,
Or you can't
so,
rewind either. Sometimes I try to rewind for notes and I'm like, oh, I can't go backwards either. That's
oh,
great.
really? Usually you
Oh,
can go
yeah.
backwards. It used to be you just couldn't go through the commercials. Now you can't even
Mhm.
fast forward through the show part. And that's unless you like
Yeah.
jump 50 minutes at a time. And that's some bullshit, man. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That's like really annoying. Yeah. So anyway, she tells him you have to tell people. So he tells everybody about how his father was forced to, so he thinks, give up
Mhm.
his land to the company. And he says how they killed his wife and child. And he is, I guess, this part to me has been a little unclear from the beginning, but I guess the reason he wants the treasure is because then they can do what they want and nobody will stop them. And he's going to take it and get revenge on the company and everybody that,
It's
wronged
going to
him.
hit a company where it hurts in its pockets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when he says this, it kind of helps the people to maybe understand it a little bit better, and they understand him a little better. And so he has each of them as they come over, they tell them something about themselves. Except I think Humility, but he already knew about her, so that's probably why. So again, I don't know what her name is. I want to say Su Yin. Does that sound right?
Yeah, Sunyan, it's like
Yin, no.
Syiun, I think.
Okay, Sun Yin. That works. I just don't want to butcher her name. So she tells him about her kids. I don't know if her kids are, it sounded like maybe her kids were dead. It wasn't super clear. I don't
Yeah,
know.
I wasn't 100% on that either.
Yeah, because she says she's sorry about his family, and then he says something like he's sorry for her pain or something. Yeah, humility's, we already knew humility.
At least it wasn't. Well, there was somebody before her, and because I remember Nemo saying "I see you," and I thought, "Oh God, I hope Nemo doesn't say I see you" after each one.
Yeah, I
It's a
know.
little bit too modern. It's a too modern of a
It is.
phrase to use.
And I don't know why I don't have, are those fish on the stairs? Those are fish, aren't they? That's
Where?
cool. Like see how they're holding the ball, right? But like that's the tail of the
Oh
fish, and it
yeah.
flows down into a
Oh
fish.
yeah. That's
That's really,
beautiful. That's
it is.
beautiful.
I didn't notice that's what it was. That's cool. No, I think it was Kai who we talked to first, and I don't have a picture, but I thought I
Oh,
did.
because he said he was a Maori warrior, and
Yeah, which made me
he
think, okay, I
stabbed
was right.
the guy who he thought owned him.
Yes, he
So
murdered the
he gave
guy
us a freedom.
he owned him, and yeah. He wasn't in the prison though, was he?
I don't know. He was maybe he was from somewhere else and he just kind of jumped on boats. Because
Yeah, I'm not
a lot of pirate seafaring stories are like that, where people have literally just jumped on a boat for a job, got out of a port, jumped on another boat for a job,
yeah.
made
Well,
their
I'm
way
not
to
sure how he
London.
got to Nemo's team, but I'm glad though I was right, because I remember at the beginning of the season I said this guy's Maury, but I assumed that the actor was too, and he's not. But those tattoos
Yeah,
aren't
those
real. It
facial
looks like they're
tattoos.
just from the show.
Yeah, they put them
Yeah,
on each time. I mean, this whole
yeah.
sub looks great. There's like a painting or something back there, and
Oh, in the background, yeah, of a building. It's hard to tell what
yeah,
it is.
it's
It's like
beautiful.
or something.
This
Yeah,
shot's really nice.
it's very pretty. But yeah, he says that he's Maori, and you're right. He said that he killed the guy who was like owned him or whatever.
Who said he
And
owned? Who
yeah,
had the
that's it.
nerve to say that he owned him?
Yeah,
That
he's done bad things. And then we find out, now I can't remember if this is what she says to him or she had said something earlier to Humility about it, but she had said part of it earlier was that she asked her where she learned to throw a knife like that, because whenever he pulls the gun on Kai, she throws a knife into Nemo's arm. And she says in prison, and she said that this is kind of why she, I guess, gets mad at Humility when she goes, goo goo eyes, because she's saying that like she loved somebody and they were on the run from the police or whatever. And I took it from what she was saying. She took the fall, I guess, for him.
Yeah.
And it was
Yeah,
for killing
basically.
somebody.
He murdered somebody and she took the rap because she was in love.
Yeah, so she ended up in prison, and she's like, it didn't work so well. And that's why she's afraid to get close to Kai, because it doesn't turn out right. And I think that's kind of what she says a portion of here, but I'm not 100% on that. But yeah.
Well, she kind of gives advice to humility as well.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, she says, you say that you're no one, because he had said before that's where the word Nemo came from. And she said something like, you said that you're no one, but you're turning out to be quite the someone. That's what she says. So
yeah, but she doesn't give away much about herself, because some of these other people give personal details, but Lottie does not give any personal details.
No, she doesn't. But she told Humility that, and that's why I think she doesn't want her just going after guys. There's where Kai told him about being a party there.
I thought he went first for some reason.
I think he did. That's why sometimes when it's just pictures of people, it's so much easier when there's action. It's hard to tell what's going on. There's that painting in the background. And then do you remember what he said? I don't remember what he said. I know he was upset about his friend dying, but I feel like he said something.
He said his whole name, I remember. First and last name. Last name is Kapoor, I think.
Yeah, he didn't know his full name. Yeah. So yeah, he said who he was, and then he goes over.
And then probably said more than that.
I love this story. This was so hilarious. He's like, he was in trouble because he's like, I fell in love with a man who was married. I didn't know he was married, but I did. And then he's
he was a woman that was married.
Did I know he was married? Yeah, he says, did I know he was married? Yes, that's what he says.
It was a woman, though, not a man.
I swear he said a man, because that's why I thought it was funny, because they were saying he was a lady killer, and I'm pretty sure he said a man.
No, he said a woman. I'm pretty sure.
Okay, well, I wasn't using I didn't have captions because I had a screener, so it's very possible.
You love it with your heart, Jamie.
No, I thought he said a man, but either way, it doesn't matter. But the point is,
you wanted him to be a lady killer that loves men.
No, that's why I thought it was kind of funny. But either way,
it was funny anyway, because he was just like, oh, she was married. Should I have cared? You know?
Yeah, he's like, did I know that? Yes. Do I feel bad about that?
But the heart wants what the heart wants.
The heart wants what the heart wants. Yeah. So that was what his story was. Yes, Belle, you're right. So yeah, that was his story. And then so he comes on over, and then Boniface says his brother was captured by a slaver, and he would not give up the search. So the company got pissed, basically, is what happened. And that's his story. And they hug each other. They've made up, because he says something like, Nemo says something like, and the first mate of the Nautilus and my friend. So they have made up. Yeah, I'm not sure which specifically that you mean was heartbreaking, Jen. I'm assuming you mean one of these stories. I'm curious which part of that you meant.
I did the whole scene, or maybe the whole scene.
Yeah, well, I mean, it was very emotional. I don't know. I call it.
Well, also when they moved over to the other side of the ship, it started moving too, and so they would all kind of, gyrate and try to catch themselves.
This episode was very tense. It was very stressful watching it. I kept thinking, like, oh my gosh, it was a lot of stuff going on. So then,
and he's like, tell me all about Archie. Tell me Archie's life story.
That's true. Yeah, we didn't hear about the dog, but no, we find out that because earlier in the episode, which I think I had skipped, he got upset because whenever they were saying Nemo didn't know anybody, he's like, do you even know my name? And he didn't. He said he didn't, or he acted like he didn't.
Then when he went away, he called him Blaster, which I thought was hilarious, because
and he's like, he called him Blaster, and then he's like, Blaster, like, why did I do that?
He's like, great, I just
like a double take. Shit, I just screwed that up more. Yeah. Jen says the whole scene, like they might die. I was stressed. I was stressed with the bugs. I was stressed with this. It was very stressful. But yeah, in this scene, Nemo turns to him and he calls him by his name. So clearly,
do you remember his name?
Yeah. So I don't know whether he just remembered.
What's his name, Jamie?
I don't know. Or he knew all along
Nathaniel.
And didn't tell him, but he made him very happy. Nathaniel something. I don't know. Nathaniel Blaster. No, I don't know. But
Nathaniel Blaster.
I don't know. I don't remember. Damn it. I don't know. Sorry, guys. I my memory. It sucks shit. It sucks bad.
She loves emotional.
It was emotional, but so yeah, and there's pretty sure weird. So they go into the pink cloud of whatever, the algae, and it carries the ship away.
It looks kind of gross and fleshy.
It does. It looks very weird. There's such odd things going on here. I like it though. A lot of a lot of stuff that we've never seen. I like that it's unique and it's surprising, and yeah, I really like the show a lot actually.
And I was confused that it ended right here because I thought there would be more because it literally just is like boat and jelly and done.
Yeah, sometimes I think the way this show's broken up that it would have been better as like one. I mean, I guess they couldn't have one that long, but it's like kind of like a mini series. But yeah, some of them kind of flow together, like they seem like they're part of the same story. The way it cuts apart. I mean, look, we have how many episodes left? Is there just 2 left?
Yeah, and they're running them both together next week. I didn't know if you wanted to cover both of them or just one at a time. It's like one of those ending finale events where they show 2 on AMC right after each other.
Yeah, I don't know. If we have time, we'll think about it. Yeah. But
you could watch them both of them at the same time, and then we could have an idea if like 2 of them together is better, like more like a movie.
That's true. That's true. I think though some of them, like it seems like one runs into the other, and they seem weird stopping points. And I don't know if it's maybe because it's not an American show, like maybe they had different stopping points, but because when they bring it to our networks, they like or have to be a certain length, and they're cutting them different. I don't know, but
yeah. I don't know. I mean, I knew when I was in Europe, when I lived in Europe, they would like it would be common for the BBC to show a show and then show commercials in between, kind of like a cable network.
You mean for a movie? You mean?
Well, for movies too, but if you had an hour-long TV show, they would show the TV show for 55 minutes, then show 5 minutes of commercials till the next show.
Oh, they put them at the
Whereas
end.
In America, it's usually 45 minutes with commercials, so they might have cut out 5 minutes.
Yeah. Well, more than that, I just wish they'd put them at the end like that. That would be awesome. But then they know that 99% of the people wouldn't watch the commercials. That's kind of why they do that.
Fast forwarding through them.
Yeah, I know. We don't watch them anyway. But I like that I forget what I was going to say, that there's all kinds of different, like fantastical creatures and things. I just feel like, I don't know that we need it. Like, I don't know. Some of the episodes are sort of like self-contained and some of them aren't. Like that one, whenever Humility went out in the water, like it seemed a really weird stopping point where they stopped. And that's why I said, I wonder if they're, varying lengths and they.
Oh, I thought that one was better at least because you kind of had an idea. And this one, I mean, literally the ship's moving and then it cut. And then when I fast forward through the commercials, it was like telling me what was coming up on the next one. I was like, oh, okay, it ended.
Well, we're gonna hope that this algae was good and helps them. I kind of think maybe I wonder, like they spent that time and what's his face got killed going to Atlantis, right? But do they really know they were in the right place for Atlantis? Like I kind of keep expecting that they'll find the real Atlantis and like that wasn't really Atlantis. But I guess they also have to get to the place they're going that he was looking for. So I feel like that's probably soon. And I'm looking at what it says in the episodes. And it says next week when Nautilus finally arrives at the treasure, they realize it's not been forgotten at all. On the contrary, it's guarded by wild warriors. Nemo feels in the world for nothing. So next episode is going to be about them trying to get the treasure. And then the last episode is about them battling the company, which makes sense. So that's why there's 2 left. 2 left. Yeah.
Yes.
Not super long. All right. Well, anything else? I don't know.
It's interesting color. It looks like just jam. Like they're just floating in jam.
Floating in jam. Yep.
Yeah, I wonder if that guy's still in the bathtub. Did they ever get that guy out of the bathtub?
Yeah, I don't think they ever let Giacomo go. Poor guy. He's
like the next episode that like somebody goes to use a tub. Oh, hey, hi.
I wonder if they're going to do that. I would love if they did that, though. They just like
No, I just
completely
thought it was funny on that
like,
episode where they have a
"Where's
scene
Will?"
where everybody is telling their story and Nemo's hugging them, that there was a crew member that they didn't even know was gone that was in the
Yeah, I
bathtub.
figured somebody all of a sudden was going to be like, "Where's Giacomo?" And they didn't do that. So yeah,
After
we haven't
everybody's
gotten.
like, "What's my name?" and everything, it's like,
Yeah,
wow,
he
this guy
clearly
was in the
knows. He
bathtub.
clearly knows the crew real well, right?
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, that
everybody
is
said
important.
that guy because I mean, there's a language problem. I mean, I can't understand what he's saying. He can't understand what I'm saying.
Yeah, he I have to. They never understand the poor guy, but yeah, he was trying to help. That's why it's sad. Like he was trying to help Nemo, and Nemo punched
Mm-hmm.
him. Like
Yep.
really, Nemo, learn his language. He's on your ship. Learn to talk to him.
Mm-hmm.
On your sub.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there's so many
So
languages. You think you could pick up one that's like mutual that you would understand enough words of that you could communicate on a basic level.
well, I mean, I don't know that a lot of people know multiple languages, but I would assume that if you lived with somebody long enough, like you would pick up enough that you
Well,
could
I mean,
kind
enough nouns and things that you could communicate, you know, draw
of, yeah,
pictures, point, and say basic nouns and verbs and understand each other, you
yeah,
know,
yeah.
elementary level.
Excuse me. Yes, I agree.
Especially if you're crewing the ship together. You should probably have, you know,
Yeah, that's what I
even
mean.
sign language or
Like
something in
they
common.
have something to be able to talk about. But no, they don't know. They just left him in the bathroom. Well, I don't think he was in the bathroom. It must be a room that's got a bathroom in it because he was in, I thought, like a
I
bedroom.
literally was calling it the bathroom because there was a bathtub in it. Therefore, the bathroom.
Yeah. Yeah. I think it was like all one room or whatever. But either way, yeah, he's in the
Yeah, I don't think
bathtub.
they
He's
have
tied
like a
up.
water closet. Now that brings up another point. So how do they leave? Where's the loo? How
Yeah,
does
I
that
don't know.
work?
They don't
This is
tend to
just like
show
a chute?
toilets. They don't tend to show toilets on TV that often. But yeah, I assume it's got some kind of plumbing. I mean, it's a sub and they're not shitting in the water, so
Just a flush that thing out.
yeah, I don't know. I assume it's got indoor plumbing. If they've got a submarine, they probably know how to have indoor plumbing. Yeah. All right. Well, anything else, or is that it?
Uh,
We're back to Nemo being the leader. They're trusting him again. They did say they are better when they work together. They all agreed.
mm.
So yeah, they're gonna try to.
Yeah, there wasn't much outside of it. It was kind of contained in the Nautilus for the majority of this episode. There was just
Yeah,
that one thing with Youngblood and Billy talking on the other ship.
yeah, right. The rest of it was on the list, except for when
Yeah,
he went out.
yeah. But I'm just saying, a lot of times it's back and forth, and it wasn't very much
Yes.
back and forth. This, at least with the Dreadnought.
Yeah, no, we just got that little bit at the beginning of the Dreadnought, and otherwise we didn't. So, all right. Well, if that's it, does anybody in the chat have any other anything else they want to talk about, comment about? So what's
Reaction,
what?
questions.
Yeah, any questions, comments? While we're waiting, what? So why don't we talk about exactly? So what's the plan? You want to do Monster Mad Libs, right?
Oh, for my
Which I'm
birthday? Oh, yeah. I
yeah.
have Monster
Now,
Mad Lib.
okay, do you know where these are? Because I've never seen Monster Mad Libs. Like, or
They're an
is that
actual book that I'm going to have, and I'm going
okay?
to ask the chat which one we should do. And
Okay.
then, you played Mad Libs before, haven't you?
Yes, yeah. Well,
Oh,
I've written Mad Libs. I've never played it with a person, but I know how you could.
oh, okay. So, I mean, it's just a list of nouns, verbs, and other things, and I can take them from the chat, or we can throw a few in, and then I'll read a funny story. And maybe I can take a picture of it, and we can present it and put it up, and we can read it, and oh, how we'll laugh.
Yes, they'll will laugh. I guess we could probably do kind of what we did last time, like do some of the party and then do Wednesday and then go back, I guess,
Mm-hmm.
to it.
Yeah.
Um,
Then I think Lori's going to do a multiple choice trivia,
yeah,
but wants questions from you, Doc, and whoever wants to.
yeah. She was asking
Send
me about questions. That's what I was going to say. Did you want all Adam's family, or did you want some from, or did you want
Oh,
some?
I can have a little bit of everything. I was telling her a little bit of Adam's family, typical monster stuff, like what repels a vampire, and you could put like
So there might be some
cereal, toast, garlic, or oatmeal, and I picked the right one. This like basic folklore, and it can be about movies. Monster movies could be about Godzilla. It could be about Frankenstein. I like author questions, Mary Shelley questions. H.G. Wells questions.
We'll try to put in a bunch of stuff then.
I mean, I can send you the quiz I thought was cute that I sent Doc and Scarlet. I mean, sent myself. Doc and Lori, I mean.
Yes.
It's been a day.
Yes, please do.
I keep myself outside myself.
No, because I know if it's Addams Family trivia, I'm not going to know any of it. But maybe some Wednesday trivia. I don't know. We'll see.
True Blood? You watch True Blood? You could a little bit of True Blood trivia.
Yeah, maybe we'll have just kind of a mishmash of all different fantasy / horror / steampunk. I don't know, all kinds of trivia. We'll see. I just wanted to make
sure. Well, I can send you the one that I sent Doc and Lori, and I can send some other ones. I can just look around for quizzes that are kind of cool.
Okay, that's cool. And I'll come up with some questions. I want to come up with some too, because I don't want you to know the answers to everything. I just don't want to get an idea of what you wanted. I didn't want to do the wrong thing. So we'll put some together.
They're very limitless, because I mean, what I like the most is like universal monsters like Wolfman, Frankenstein, Dracula, stuff like that. I like Hammer horror. I like Christopher Lee, a good Christopher Lee film.
Okay.
Stuff like that.
No, I'm just thinking, okay, I don't know any of this stuff. I will try. I will find stuff.
Christopher Lee was in Harry Potter and Lord of the Rings. And Star Wars.
Christopher Lee wasn't in Harry Potter. I think he was.
I thought he was in Harry Potter too. I thought he had hit all the bases.
I don't think.
Maybe not.
Maybe in the early ones, but I don't.
He was like
Lord of the Rings, yes, but I don't think he was in Harry Potter.
Because I think he's like the one actor that has the most entries on IMDb of any actor.
Yeah, he does have a lot. That's for sure.
He's pretty prolific.
But anyway,
I'm not that familiar with Harry Potter, so if he's not on there, then my apologies.
Oh, that's okay. I was going to say, my only concern is I can find trivia, but I can't guarantee the answers are right because I won't know if they're right or not. So something might be wrong, but I'll give them some stuff to add. And I've been working, like I said, on trying to do steampunk. I don't know. Every time I kept telling it to make a white behind it, I kept getting white rooms. I sent it to you, like it looked like a wedding rather than a birthday party. I'm like, this is not what I'm trying to get. This is not it. So
I would say the classic looks are usually like silver and navy and black, or like burgundy and gold, or bronze and navy. I'm just thinking about like color schemes that people do at steampunk conventions.
That's cool. I'll try
like elegant jewel tones usually.
That works, yeah. I don't know why I for whatever reason always see like peacock colors and gold, or was what I
think it's because they mix a little Rococo punk in there.
Yeah, that one definitely came out really.
That's why I thought that one chair was a robot. I thought, oh wow, it's a steampunk thing, and even a steampunk made, but then it was a chair.
No, it's a chair. Yeah,
I thought it was a little automaton that would help me, like put on my slippers or whatever.
Yeah, that'd be cool. But no, it was coming out not what I expected, but it still looked cool. But I got a lot of stuff that's like gold and bronze and stuff. It isn't real colorful. I was trying to get something that had some color in, so we'll see how it goes. But I'll get something.
Honestly, I thought it was just going to be the Wednesday background with a steampunk cake plopped in. So
well, we can do that too. I don't know. I was trying to make something for you, but we'll see. I'll do it. Like I said, I'm trying. I don't have the same I'm not paying for the service I had before. So I'm using stuff locally on my computer, so it may not be as much stuff, but I will try to get something cool. And so we can at least have something different for your birthday. But yeah, it'll be fun. We'll do Wednesday. We'll have a good time. We'll do a party. Yeah. And
can you do a steampunk piñata?
That I don't know. I don't know how I would do that.
It need not be interactive. I just thought it'd be cool to have a cake and then a steampunk piñata.
I don't know how they would do. Usually steampunk things are like metal. How would they make a piñata?
It would be like a giant paper teacup you could hit, and then it would knock out bags of tea.
You're funny. I got like a big metal hat. I got different things. I'll show you some what I got. It wasn't what I expected. It's not. I'm getting some things wasn't what expected. But
I'm
I think
sure
I can.
it's I'm sure it's always
I can put things together. It'll do something. Either way, we'll try to make it cool. It'll be different. But I wanted to be something different, than what I did. That's why I was trying to do the steampunk, because if I do the cyberpunk, it's going to be too much the same. I was trying to get something different. But yeah, let's see. I got to think too, like maybe I don't know. No, not almost a steampunk, but it's only steampunk because of like the ship. Really, it's not
Jules Verne.
Yeah, Jules Verne is, but there's like hot air balloons and stuff. That's kind of steampunk.
Well, I mean, Jules Verne was kind of like they call it more futuristic Victoriana, where he was predicting, what submarines would be, what other technology would be. He failed a lot, but they're still fantastical and they're great.
Yeah, they're cool. They're cool either way. But I don't know. We'll get something, and I gotta just get that cake spinning. I got the cake. I just gotta get it spin. I'm still working on it. I'm still working.
What's it flavored at? Earl Grey and gear oil.
Grey and metal. Yeah, motor oil. I was gonna say we said metal. I couldn't remember what we said. I remember. But yeah, we'll get something. It'll be fun. We'll do some trivia. We'll do some different things. We'll do Wednesday in between, and we'll have a watch party for Wednesday at 9:30 on Thursday. So we can do one. I just can't do multiple, but we can still do what we used to do in place of librarians.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, everybody, first join us tomorrow, like I said, 8 p.m. Eastern for I Earn Every with Julian for the Institute, followed by Fandom Access at 10, and then Scarlet and I will be back at, what did we say? I already forget what we said. 1.
Did you want to do that? Did you want to do salmon on Tuesday or Wednesday?
Oh, that's right. You said we could do Wednesday. Yeah, let's go with Wednesday. Forget what I said, everybody. Tomorrow is interview at 8. Followed by Phantom Access at 10. We will be back for Sandman on Wednesday at 11. That's much easier. Then I won't be going nuts. So thank you. That's much easier. I just forgot you said that. My brain's not working.
But, I was trying to do it for you.
No, I do appreciate that. I would much rather. I'm like 3 in one day is so much, but I didn't want to wait clear till Sunday. So that's better. We'll do that.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I guess nobody else has commented anything else. So I guess nobody has any more Nautilus comments. But yeah, unless you have something to add, we'll just have to find out what happened. We'll have to wait and see what happened to Giacomo.
Yeah, exactly. Is he still there?
I would love if they completely forgot about him, just because it would be so funny. Poor guy. Nobody knows how to talk to him. Now they forgot him in the bathtub.
Well, the Melody comes in to take a bath, and she just runs the bath and doesn't even look in the bath. And
he's like,
spills of the water.
Like, what the hell?
They just wakes up. He's like, what?
Well, I think that's Nemo's room, though. They locked him in his quarters, they said. So I don't know if she's going to be in his bathtub.
Locked him in the master suite.
Yeah.
Well, it's a huge sub. It's so big.
Yeah, maybe they share bathrooms. Who knows? They could only have one bathroom, but they do have, that proves they have plumbing, though. Well, no, not necessarily. I guess they could carry water to the bathtub, but I'm guessing they have plumbing. If it's steampunk and they've got a sub, they probably have plumbing in it. I have to assume so.
I realized I should have bought maybe I could still get a hamster for my birthday. I could get a little, okay, they have did I show you that, like, at the last convention I went to, where they had, like, the little robot hamsters that they fight two hamsters in a little, like, ring.
Oh, and they're robots. No, you didn't show me that.
Yeah. No. I mean, they're pretty cheap. You could get them at, like, like Walmart or Meijer or Target for like $10. And I'm thinking, I need to get one before TeslaCon and decorate that up.
That's funny.
No, well, you can borrow one, but it'd be more fun to have your own and get to name it and everything. And
yeah, just don't kill it. Don't get it killed in the ring.
It's not living.
Yes, I know that. I got that.
It's not a real. It's not. I got
that part. I was joking.
No, well, it's actually funny because sometimes when you put them together, it'll be like 2 seconds and they'll just fall over. And other times they really just run around the ring for like 2 or 3 minutes. before they
That's
like
funny.
one of them falls. It's like one of them turns over. I guess they just kind of turn over, but it's pretty funny. It's just
You know
funny.
what I'm
It's for that
envisioning now?
little
You know what I'm
the
envisioning
lulz.
now, though? A little hamster with like a Victorian hat on it. I don't know why I'm
Yeah, they do
thinking about
decorate them like that. One of them had a little veil,
it. Aw, how cute.
and one of them had like a Halloween theme. I can't remember what his name was.
Don't know.
I keep thinking it's like Raven or something like that. And then,
Probably.
there'll be one that's really fancy, and it'll be like, Lila McGillicuddy, and she'll be dressed up like a little Victorian, like hamster.
That's so cute. That's cool. I like that. That sounds
Yeah.
like a lot of fun.
Well, they have parasol dueling too, and I like did that last time. They gave little parasols away when you did it, when you were in the competition.
You mean between people, not between the hamsters, right?
That'd be very complicated.
I just wanted to make sure. I didn't know if you'd switched gears that
Yeah,
quick.
they have like tea dueling. They have
That's cool. Yeah, that sounds like
Well, that
fun.
one woman that came up that one time, Madam, she does a bunch of the stuff for steampunk stuff. She does a lot of games.
That's cool.
Sometimes they have little trophies and everything you can win or pins.
Sounds like fun. I do like I said before, I do enjoy steampunk aesthetic. I don't know that I know much about it, but I like it. I like the Victorian stuff.
I'm sure there's probably something within a drive of you that there's some place in Ohio or Pennsylvania where these things happen.
Probably if I knew about them. I've never heard of them being around here, but then again, I've never really looked either, you know.
Mm-hmm.
You have to probably be looking.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. If I remember, I'll try to find some. I told you I have some jewelry that's steampunk. I don't know if I'll remember to get it out, but if I remember, I'll try to remember to get it out. So I have a couple. I have like a big, like, I mean, it's big, but like a goldish color, like big octopus necklace. I have a little octopus too. I have like a little silver octopus necklace somewhere, but I had some different things. Yeah, I don't know.
But yeah, if I remember, like, gosh, I don't know how many days does Cameo, but like if I got a Kevin Daddy cameo for $15 for my birthday, but I asked him to dress like Kevin Daddy and sit menacingly in the corner, I'd be like, "Happy birthday! We've been waiting for you."
That's funny. I don't even know. See, I don't even know who does Cameo. I haven't really looked at
No,
them.
William Vaughn is like the cheapest person on Cameo I've seen. $15. That's just like, I mean, that's Kevin Daddy from Yellow Jackets. That's like that's gold and every like dollars.
It's not. Who is it though? It's not
William
Melanie.
Vaughn. No,
Who?
it's William Vaughn. Well, I'm going to tell you, Jamie, he's the one and only Cabin Daddy in my heart because he is the Cabin Daddy because they're never going to show that episode.
Okay, so he was the body, is what you're saying.
Yeah, he's in that last episode where Jackie gets in the snow and she's either passing her way or it's Shauna's dream, and she comes in and everybody's there and they give her hot cocoa and they're like, "We love you, Jackie." And then it goes to the back and there's this guy standing back there and he's like, "Yes, we've been waiting for you."
Okay, I see.
And we thought he was Jock, like the guy who was the skeleton, you know.
Yeah.
Way before Jason Ritter even came into the scene.
I see.
But I always thought Jason Ritter was like have a granddaddy. So
maybe eventually. Who knows?
Because I thought he had two kids. Because it looked like he had two kids. Because they had the one kid that was on his body in stills, and then his wife was pregnant. So I thought, okay, the guy is William Vaughn's character, like the cabin daddy's menacing in the cabin, probably died there too, and then the other one's probably a girl, and she was the Javi's friend that lived in the tree, like lived in those roots.
And Melanie's husband is cabin daddy's daddy, huh?
I wish. I mean, I hope it comes up in some kind of form, like on a DVD set. Once, like maybe even when Yellow Jackets is all done. They could put that as an extra somewhere.
Yeah, they could refilm it. That would be cool. Because I know they don't have it, but maybe they can.
No, they have it. They just don't want. Showtime won't let them show it.
Oh, I thought that was the footage they lost. Okay.
No, they lost episode 6. Like I don't know why they give a poor production assistant has that all lived on their heads, and then if something happens, they probably were fired.
Yeah, well, why don't they want to show it though? I thought, see, I misunderstood. I thought that one was gone. Why don't they want to show it?
It's just speculation. Apparently, there's speculation that the wife of Jason Ritter in the thing kills the baby. Like there was some kind of thing, and there are too many adult themes.
Oh, okay, I see. Well, then yeah, maybe they'll put it on DVD or something. Who knows?
But I mean, I feel it's sad because there's so much of mythology of the thing, and then now they can't show it, so that's kind of just
Well, it's kind of not canon though if they don't show it. I feel like so.
That's why William Vaughn is the Cabin Daddy in my heart.
Okay, I get it. Wow, that's cool. But yeah, maybe someday, hopefully.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can put some yellow. Maybe I'll put some Yellow Jacket stuff in there. I can put Yellow Jacket trivia.
Cabin Daddy menacing in the corner.
Yeah. No. I meant for the trivia, not for the background. I meant for the trivia. Yeah.
You put a little antler queen on top of that cake.
That'd be funny. Yeah.
That could make it like a steampunk antler queen.
Yeah, I think that's a little too complicated for my skill set. I don't know about that, but that would be funny if I could do it. But yeah, I don't know that I can do that. I'm not that good. At least not unless I spent like a week on it, and then yeah, we'd never get it done. So that would take a lot, but we'll get something cool. All right, everybody. Well, I guess that's it for Nautilus tonight. Please join us again at 8 tomorrow, and we'll see you all for the interview with Julian. And like I said, the other Institute interviews will be up pretty soon. So
and if if anybody in the chat or anybody still watching has a preference, put in the comments whether you want us to go episode by episode or just do the 2 last episodes next Monday.
Yeah. Let us know.
Let us know either way. I mean, I could do it either way.
Yeah, we can figure it out. We can do it. We'll see what people think. But hi, thanks, Jen. You too.
Yeah.
Everybody, please subscribe and like the video. All right, guys. Have a good night.
Ahoy, matey.